morning to all the wise judges. My name is Muhamad Danish bin Muhammad Arsad from SK Tanjong, Batu. I am 12 years old. I am the youngest in my family. My hobby is reading and I love to read books, either story or academic books. The first book that I want to tell is the book that I like the most. The title is Know Your Limit by Kumara Velu. This book was published by Pen of Sendirian Berhad in 2005. This story is about the mouse deer and the wolf, and they are looking for food as preparation for rainy season. After they gathered enough food, the mouse deer wants to go home, but the wolf still wants to continue looking for food. Then, they heard a groan coming from the bushes. They met a lion prince who was trapped in a net. They saved the lion prince. In return, the lion prince took them to his palace. They lived in the palace. They were given good luxury service and plenty of food. The wolf was greedy and ate to his heart's content without stopping. The mouse deer asked the wolf to leave the palace, but the wolf refused. The wolf felt comfortable there and do not have to bother looking for food. Eventually, the wolf was imprisoned for his disrespectful attitude to the Lion King. Finally, the Lion King was released the wolf after being pleaded by the mouse deer because the Lion King was indebted. They saved the life of his son, and mouse deer was a good guess. The mouse deer character in this book is a moderate animal. Respect others and not overdoing things. While the wolf always overdoing things and became lazy when he got too comfortable. Next characters are the Lion King and the young lion who always remember to pay back the kindness that they had received. The character of monkey is hardworking and like to help out people in need. This book became my favorite because the story is really interesting, have many moral values that we can learn, and also the words are easy to understand. The moral values from the story are: we always need to be moderate and thoughtful when doing things. If we always overdoing things, it can bring us into trouble later. The next story that I want to tell is The Brown Has a Bent Back. This book was published by Quality Books Sendirian Berhad in 2003. The story is about a shrimp that like to boast about how big it was, and because of that, he was not liked by the other sea animals. The shrimp thought that there are no other sea animals that are bigger than the shrimp. The shrimp thinks he should be the king of the sea. The seabird brought the shrimp to the deep sea to show it that there are other sea animals that are bigger than the shrimp. The shrimp dived into a dark cave when it was actually the nostril of a whale. The whale felt itchy in its nose that made the whale sneeze loudly, and the shrimp was thrown out. It fell onto a hard seashell and broke its back. Ever since then, the shrimp back became crooked and knows that there are other sea animals that are bigger than the shrimp. As the moral value, we should never be proud of ourselves and always be thankful with what we are. The third story book I want to tell is The Tolerant Young Squirrel, that was published by Early Learner Publications, Sendirian Berhad in 2005. This storybook is about a young squirrel that was clever and hardworking. One day, the young squirrel went out to look for food. After a while, he saw a durian tree with many fruits. When he was about to climb the tree, a monkey appeared and claimed that the durian tree is his and no one can pluck the durians. The young squirrel looked for the other tree and found a banana tree with ripe bananas. He plucked the bananas and started running home because he knew that his mother will be worried. On his way home, he heard the monkey crying in pain. He asked what happened, and the monkey said that the durian fell on him. The young squirrel said that when you make life difficult for others, you will always have to cry in sorrow. As the moral value, when you make life difficult for others, you will be punished. The fourth storybook is titled Mosquitoes from the Swamp, published by Quality Books Sendirian Berhad in 2003. The story is about a village where lived a rich man who had a large orchard and also many animals. The rich man had many workers. One day, his workers found a few dead goats, and days later, some cows and buffaloes were dead too. There are big holes on the animal's neck. The rich man was so angry, and he wants to find out who killed his animals. The rich man was shocked when it was a large monster who killed his animals all this time. He hit the monster with a piece of wood and killed the monster. The villagers threw the dead monster's body into a swamp. But the rich man did not know that from the dead monster's body, thousands of little insects known as mosquitoes appeared. The mosquitoes suck human blood to take revenge on the rich man who killed the strange monster. As the moral value, we have to accept the consequences of our action. The fifth storybook is titled Eat Your Vegetable Zahrin by Suraya Ahmed. This book was published by Sasbadi Sendirian Berhad in 2008. The story is about a kid named Zahrin who doesn't like to eat vegetables and fruits. His mother had tried everything she can to make sure that Zahrin likes to eat vegetables and fruits. Unfortunately, none of his mother's effort ever works. Then, one day, Zahrin's grandfather came to visit them. He advised Zahrin to always eat vegetables and fruits because there are so many healthy benefits to our body. At last, Zahrin likes to eat vegetables and fruits when he saw that his pets loved them too. As the moral value, we need to consume vegetables and fruits because the nutrients in them are good and to make sure our body is always healthy. Let us together cultivate and improve reading habits to create a critical society and support lifelong learning. Diligently read a brilliant generation. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.